Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Toasted Synapse from tsgaming.net and welcome to another new PC releases video. Starting off, we have The Raven, Legacy of a Master Thief, coming out on Tuesday on Steam for the prices that you can see on the screen right now. Developed by KingArt, that brought you Critter Chronicles and the Book of Unwritten Tales, and published by Nordic Games. It is a point-and-click adventure game focusing on a thrilling crime that you need to solve in 3 episodes. It's set in the 60s in Paris and London, and the first episode will come out on the 23rd, with the second and third arriving on August 27 and September 24. So you'll be able to play all of them for that money, just not on the first day. I recommend this game to pretty much every fan of point and clicks, as the devs have shown us that they can really create good quality adventures with the Book of Unwritten Tales game. On the 24th we have NASCAR The Game 2013. It will be available on Steam for the prices you can see in the corner there, and although it may look cool and be appealing to fans of the sport, I must warn you, especially against pre-purchasing this game, because it's made by Eutechnics, the guys that brought you Right to Hell Retribution. And if you don't know what that is, you can check my channel's first impressions to see how bad that game was. You won't believe it until you see it, let's just say that. So, as I say to all pre-purchases, especially in this case, do not buy it until you see it. Especially considering this game comes out 1 month after Right to Hell. You'll have to wonder how much time they did invest into developing it. There are some gameplay videos from the beta, I do believe, on YouTube right now, so take care. Rugby Challenge 2, also on the 24th for these prices. Not going to talk too much about this title because it's pretty obvious what it is. It's developed by the same guys that did Rugby Challenge 1 back in 2011 and published by them as well. It features more than 110 teams and more than 50 stadia, or stadiums, whichever you prefer, from around the world, and includes a ton of licenses, playable in single, multi, co-op or local co-op. If you're a fan of rugby games, you may want to check this out. Shadowrun Returns, coming on the 25th of July by Harebrained Schemes. It's an adventure strategy RPG indie game that looks pretty cool and has an interesting story behind it in a cyberpunk meets fantasy world. It's no doubt a return, if I may, of the classic Shadowrun Sega and SNES games that are now about 20 years old. It's focused on tactical turn-based combat similar to an XCOM fashion, and it also has a map editor working through the Steam Workshop, so potentially you are going to have a ton of player-created content to play with. This man meets machine and magic game was funded by a Kickstarter project in which they asked for $400,000 and they got over 1.8 million. So apparently lots of people want to see the return of Shadowrun, and I recommend you check this game out if you want some warm-hearted nostalgia. On July 29th, the action strategy indie game Castle Storm is going to be available on Steam. Developed by Zen Studios, the guy that brought you Pinball, this game is a genre mashup of 2D physics destruction games with tower defense brawlers. You'll have a little bit of Angry Birds, but have a part where you actually construct your castle that will be attacked, or you can take the offensive. This game, inspired by smashing Lego castles in real life, has a great soundtrack by the guy that wrote the Castle Crashers scene. It features funny cutscenes and has models in a colorful, cartoony style similar to what we saw in World of Warcraft. And you can join up with your friends, local, even split screen, or online to battle together or against each other. For what it is, it seems really complex judging by the development diary, the trailer and the features on the Steam page, so I believe this could be a very good game, and you might as well check it out for this price. And as you know, sometimes small development houses can astound us with some really cool and enjoyable titles. On July 30, Realms of Arkania, Blade of Destiny will be coming on Steam. This is an adventure RPG reboot of the original Realms of Arkania from '92, developed by Crafty Studios. The trailer doesn't show much more than the fact that you can move in 3D and little snippets of turn-based combat. It will feature dozens of talents and skills, and a campaign that will be somewhere between 20 hours to 80 hours. I don't see this title as being something revolutionary in any way, nothing spectacular, but it may be something to check out if you're a fan of the original game. We'll just have to see if old school RPGs are still liked by the gamers out there. Rise of the Triad from Interceptor Entertainment, coming out on the 31st on Steam. It is a game that first of all features some crazy metal music in the trailers, and secondly it is a basic arena shooter, similar to Quake 3 Arena or Unreal Tournament, with high speed, high FOV and all around mayhem and gore. This is yet another rebirth, as the original came out in 1994. What is it with revamped games this week anyway? You will be able to partake in a 20-level campaign, have access to crazy weapons as they put it, one of which is the Excalibat. That heavy metal soundtrack is actually a revamp of the original. Multiplayer is, as you would expect, pretty crazy and fast-paced, and you'll also have access to multiple modes of play, as well as building your own levels and mods for the game. I definitely recommend this game to fans of the genre, as many others like it are not on the market right now. You have Quake Live, Nexuiz and Warsaw, if I'm not mistaken. But Rise of the Triad seems like it will be taking things to a whole new level. Last up today we have Cloudberry Kingdom, a game by Pony Studios and published by Ubisoft. Kickstarter funded on May 28th, 2012. It will be coming to Steam, 360 and PS3 on the 31st. This is a procedurally generated platformer game, yet with no price tag on it, that will form the levels according to how good the player is. It will also have a 4-player multiplayer, co-op, and a progression system in which you spend stats points to make your jumps higher, your acceleration higher, and stuff like that. They also have Kevin Sorbo, the star of the TV series Hercules and Andromeda, as a voice actor. Two things that interest me very much about this title. I'm not a big platformer fan, but the skill or stats in the progression system I believe make the game more fun. And the big elephant in the room, the procedurally generated levels in a platformer that allegedly mirror your skill level. That's some programming algorithm they have there, and apparently they guarantee every level to be possible. They will have the option of summoning an AI to show you if you don't believe it. Pretty fun. I definitely recommend this to platformer fans, and I'll tell the rest of you to probably give this game a look. I'm sensing there will be a bunch of YouTube videos of this game out right from day one, seeing how different people may go into different stats and get different levels. That by the way are infinite, and people can really brag about their skills with the Z now that the levels get harder if they are better. That's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check the annotations at the end that will take you to my other playlists, the first impressions and the let's plays, and subscribe if you enjoyed the content and you want to help out. This has been Toasted Synapse from tsgaming.net. I'm signing out.